Hi, everybody. It's Tom with Culture Chap. How are you? So, today I want to talk to you about interns and being an intern carefully. Some companies you're going to find that interning is not what you thought, it is not what they described. And I want you to choose carefully. You might choose a company to intern for because they have a big name and you feel it can get you further along in your career. Well, that's possible, but you have to research them. You have to talk to other interns and see other people's experiences with them, who they intern for in the company, and if you can intern for that same safe person. And a safe person is the one that'll actually teach you, not every second of every day. You're there to observe as well. A safe person is the person who will do those recommendation phone calls for you after you're done. Because a lot of times that doesn't happen. Now, you think like, oh, I'll just work for this big company and, pardon me, the name itself will get me to where I need to be. That's not always the case. They do their research too. People that hire you for the real job after you've interned will often call around. And in theater, even theater across the world, we've all worked with each other. We've all done a lot of working with each other and working in different places. And they may not just be part of your city, part of your country. So I am a director and I have a dual citizenship. So I can work in the EU, I can work in the UK, and I can work in America. And strangely enough, there's a few people like me. And I see familiar faces like, hey, I didn't know you were like me. I didn't know you could work in this country. Yeah. So these things follow you, and you have to follow and research them. So I was recently speaking to a friend of mine who worked for a lovely outdoor summer company. They do amazing work in a beautiful wine region in California, and they have an excellent reputation. And they are hemmed at, they are, they are owned, they started, they are worked by actual Broadway actors and Broadway producers, which is great. But it turns out they were so busy making it all so wonderful that when she got there as an intern, there was nothing for her to do. So she was stuck in the box office, not something she wanted to learn. She was stuck doing paperwork, not something she wanted to learn. She let it go for about 2 weeks and asked them what their plan was, and they didn't have one. Now, I'm not saying she's dumb or wrong for not researching them. She did research them, but it turns out that the person that they had originally in charge of the intern thing left right before she got there. Should she back out? No. Should she reassess after 2 weeks and realizing it was not the program that she heard of, that she wanted to be a part of? Yes. Should she ask them what their plans are and how they intend to move forward? Yes. Did she get the runaround because they didn't know? Yes. Were they innocent about it? Yes. Now, should she have stayed? I don't know. I encouraged her to leave because if they have no plan, and if they're not following the plan that the other person put in place, then that's not good for her. How long is she going to stay before she gets what she came for, whatever that was? Whether that's knowledge or experience or meeting the right people or making networking contacts, it wasn't going to happen. Not being stuck in the box office. She was a performer and she wanted to be with the performers, with the directors, with the producers. And that was never going to happen. And they admitted that to her. I myself, even after being an intern on several shows, after choosing carefully, the last time I did it, that artistic director that I worked with as a director has left the industry. And he doesn't make a call on my behalf whenever I ask him to, which isn't very frequently. I can usually get the jobs on my own. But they saw that I worked for him, that's good. They saw that I worked for that company, that's good. If they want to call him and say, I want a recommendation about Tom as a director, he's never going to call them back. And finally I got him on the phone and said, why is this? Well, I'm out of the industry. I've left all that behind. I actually didn't know he was leaving the industry. Did I know he was like this? I had an inkling from other interns. Should I have done it? Yes, because I made excellent contacts, but it wasn't as valuable as I'm so sorry. I hear machines in the background. We'll make this a quick video in case those chainsaws still continue. Um, and I should have thought twice about this last internship because I knew he was like that he would not make the phone calls. Did I learn a lot from him? Not really. I was pretty long in the tooth for that job. I knew what I was doing. I thought I could learn something new. When in reality, I should have connected myself to an opera director because I never really learned how to place 75 people on stage quickly and artistically. And I still, to this day, I've never directed a show of 75 people. What if it comes up? I need to study that. I guess I can study it by video, but it would have been better. That's loud. That's very loud. I'm sorry. And it's getting louder. I'll make it quick. Do your research. Very important. Choose the right companies, the right ones for you. Be as plain as you can in whatever country you're in, being direct. I know Americans are very direct when they talk to people about these things. Sometimes people think we're rude in other countries, but you have to know if you're wasting your time or not. I recently, after being an intern for all these years and being a director for all these years, I went to a company, a new artistic director came in, it's local to me here, and the conversation did not go as I had planned because we were sort of circling these things that neither of us was talking about. And in reality, I was trying to interview and get to know this artistic director as a new director, a visiting director to their theater. And to her, what I finally realized was she thought I was nuts because they just came in. She was going to direct half the shows, and her second in command artistic director, vice artistic director, was going to direct the other half. Now, this took a long time to figure out, but she thought I was nuts. She didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know what she was doing. What I was doing was the normal thing. You're new, I'm local, I'm good, I believe, and I would like to work here. And she, that wasn't part of her world. I should have been more direct. I should have been a little clearer. I did not research her at all before I walked in there. Not good. Not good. Now, you can't always get the right research because, frankly, some research for these kind of things is just gossip. And you have to figure out what's what. But if you go in with the mindset that I'm going to get the truth out of these people, not by wrestling it out of them, but just with plain conversation and being plain yourself, direct, clear and concise, here's what I'm looking for. Is that what you're looking for? In whatever manner you feel is most polite, that represents who you really are as an artist, as an actor, as a director, as a designer, whatever you think. So, and interns, choose the right places. Whether you get a paid internship or not, that just depends on the place you go. One is not better than the other. Responsible people who are going to tell you the truth about their internship program and what they expect from you and what you can get from them. You're interviewing them too. Just don't be desperate and try to get the internship because you like the theater or the opera or the ballet. Interview them as well and see if it's going to happen for you. And when you get there, get out there. Make your own sort of program. You're not hearing much. They're not talking too much. Figure that out. You need to make it the best experience for you to learn and for you to network as you can. All right. Sorry about the noise. We'll talk again when it's less noisy. And please like and subscribe. Share this video with a friend. I'd like to grow my channel. I'd like to grow it globally. And I'd like to grow it for all age groups. I hope high school students and college students and university students, you're reading this. And pardon me, you're listening to this and making your choices wisely. Even older interns, if you're going into a new section of the theater, I hope you're listening to this. Sometimes they're just taking you on because you're an extra body to paint the set black when they have scuffed feet marks. You don't want that job. All right, but that can be part of the job. All right, we'll talk again when it's not so loud. All right, thanks. Bye.